नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों पर सकुशल होंगे और कोविड-19 से बचने के उपायों को ध्यान में रखते हुए उनको प्रॉपर तरीके से कर रहे होंगे। So student, as in previous lecture we have talked about the secondary growth in the stem, and we have to just move on the topic, that is secondary growth in the roots one. So if we can, as I have already told you, the primary growth and the secondary growth, especially I have told you that the growth of the roots or the stem in the length with the help of apical meristems, that is called the primary growth, and whenever it can be growth of the different parts or the girth of those plants, right? So that is known as the secondary growth. So if we can talk about the secondary growth in the roots, we have to know that the secondary growth in the root is the thickness due to the formation of the secondary tissues by the lateral meristems within, we can say, with the exceptions of the some annual, most of the dicot and the gymnosperm plant. So secondary growth in their roots one, and monocot roots do not undergo any secondary growth. It occurs by the reappearance of the two types of the secondary tissues, right? The secondary vascular tissues called the cambium and the periderm. These tissues are formed by the meristems are vascular cambium and the cork cambium one, right? So especially in the secondary growth of the root, the main parts of that growth, that is, we can say, especially the formation of the vascular cambium, means how the vascular cambium is going to be formed over there, we have to talk about that one. So we can say the conjunctions of the parenchymatous cells on the lateral side of the phloem bundles, as well as we can say in the pericycles also, lying outside the protoxylem and becomes a brick shape meristematic over there. These development into a wavy bands, that is called vascular cambium, right? And we can say that they can be also develop both the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem over there. So we can say the vascular cambium of the root is a secondary meristem, and it continues to form a secondary xylem on the inner side and secondary phloem on the outside, as I have told you, right? The secondary xylem expands plant's capacity to carry the water and minerals up from the root and add to the structure of the support one. Means generally the secondary xylem is on the inner side and the secondary phloem is on the outer side, which can be always help for the increase of the transport of the food from the leaves. And as we can say, the stem or the root growth thickness and mature primary xylem and the phloem tissues are pushed further apart one, and secondary phloem consists of sheath tubes, companion cells, and phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. The secondary xylem contains elements like the vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. The xylem parenchyma generally are formed over there one, or we can say if the functions of this vascular cambiums, we can know about this vascular cambium, you can just see in the diagram also, right? Means the primary xylem is over there in the inner side and the primary phloem is on the outer side. After the division of the secondary division, right, growth of secondary division, these can be changed in the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem one. And if we talk about the activity of the vascular cambiums, right, so due to that one, we can understand, we can say the vascular cambium derived from the pericycle in that particular regions and form the give rise to one ray initial cells. The formation of these rays cells is slower than the formation of the secondary vascular tissues. Due to this, the depressed part of the vascular cambium move outwards and ultimately the cambium becomes the circular in their structure in that particular places. Because of such structures, means how this cambium or vascular cambium will develop over there, you all have to know about that one. Especially we can say the vascular cambium derived from the pericycle and give rise to only ray initial cells, एंड द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ दिस रे सेल्स इज स्लोअर, मीन जनरली जो रे सेल्स होती है उनका फॉर्मेशन स्लो होता है, लेकिन जो सेकेंडरी वास्कुलर सिस्टम्स होता है उसका ग्रोथ फास्ट होती है, जिसकी वजह से जनरली द डिप्रेस्ड पार्ट ऑफ द वास्कुलर कैम्बियम्स मूव आउटवर्ड्स and ultimately they can capable to form the cambium become the circular structure in that particular condition 1. Or we can say the formation of core cambium. How the formation of core cambium can take place over there? The pericycle layers after a few divisions becomes converted into a secondary meristems called the core cambium, right, or the phloem. The pericycle means generally this core cambium can be always help to develop over there, and these it may be a phloem or it may be a core cambium. Generally we can say these can be cells of the phloem drive from the towards the outside as well as the inside, means both places this can be growth in both places. So we can say generally there are basically two types, generally epidermis of the peritoneum, which can be always helpful for the development of the phloems, and these structures, the peritoneum is produced by the core cambium and it consists of core, phloem and the cambium one. Later on they can be also helpful for the development of the phloem and the phloem in those places in that particular conditions. And if we talk about these processes, how it can be occurs over there, as you can see over, especially in these conditions, this can be especially it was wavy in, as I told you, right, beginning like the dicot systems, especially the cambium ring is completely secondary in origin 1, means generally the development structure, because there is a raised structure and the structure which can be grows fastly in compared to the structure, mean these places can be submerged completely developed with the help of one, and after that they can be changes into the ring formation, as you can see over there. You can just see the primary xylem and the secondary xylem, means especially the primary xylem is always inner side and the secondary xylem is goes towards the outside. Later on they can also attached with the help of this bluish color, that is called the cambium ring over there, right. If we can talk about the functions of this secondary xylem, it can be always helpful for the conducting of water to the tissues, combination of vessels and the tracheids. Primary xylem derived from the pericambium, secondary xylem formed by the vascular cambium, and wood made of the accumulated secondary xylem 1. Or we can say the function of the secondary phloem. In this topic the principles especially food conducting tissues in the vascular plants located towards the outer part of the roots and stem, carried out through the sheath cells and sheath tube membranes. Some sheath areas pores have the large pores called the sheath plates in that particular regions, and these sheath tube membrane associated with the component cells with that to making it one. Or sometimes some extra development is also seen over there. If we can say especially that one, the roots can also form except like the peridium and the process of the secondary growth one. The core cambium cuts of the phloem inside the composed of the living parenchymatous tissues, and it cuts the phloem core on the outside of it, where it can be developed over there. All must remember about the secondary growth. Generally this can be always dependent on the cambium one, means cambium, that it can be divided into two categories, that is the vascular cambium and the core cambium are found over there. Especially if we talk vascular cambium, again divided into two different oriented, that is fusiform initiations and ray initiations, and these fusiform initiations can be always changed into the secondary xylem and the secondary phloem, and but this ray initiations, it can be just always helpful for the vascular rays, which can be xylem rays and the phloem rays. If we talk about the core cambium, in that core cambium they will form the peridium and the phloem and the phloem, after that which can be changed into the phloem over there. Then we have to talk about how these all parts can be changes in the different parts, which can be always help the two types of the meristematic cells, which can be help for the vascular cambium, that we are talking about the fusiform initiations and ray initiations. As I have already told you that the initial undergoes the periclinical and the anticlinical cell divisions over there, due to which this can be formed the different structures, how this development, how they can be going to be break down over there and to formation of with the help of this 3D diagram over here. If you want to the fusiform initiations, generally you can just see with the help of diagram, you can say from the Latin fusers spindle shaped, means at the corner they are the ends are very sharp, but at the middle they are just swelling up. So these elongated spindle shaped cells arrange the vertical rows and arise within the vascular bundles and produces new vascular tissues. The xylem inside, the phloem outside. Right? Xylem is always inside and phloem is outside, as you can see with the different colors. These fusiform initiations or initial divides show that one daughter cells become either xylem or phloem, or we can say a fusiform initial can also divide to produce two fusiform initial that remains within the vascular cambium. Fusiform initials and conducting cells are aligned lengthwise and parallel to the surface of the stem or the root one, as you can see in this one. If we talk the development of the vascular cambium over time, generally how it can be developed, you can just see, especially the accumulations of this cambium, see cambium, okay, this is the xylem, this is the cambium, this is the phloem. So these can be always arranged like this, means they will started to cut like this, especially inside one, right? We can say there is a xylem can be connected over there, means this process can be always take place over there, means this cambium being started to divided them, the xylem inner side and phloem is outer side, so it will start to develop over there. After that we have to know that this fusiform initiation generally which can be always helpful for this type of divisions over there. So we can say the growth of xylem is visible each year, which can be always helpful for the making a cambium ring. As generally we can say with the help of these cambium rings we can capable to understand the age of the any plant. After that, these ray initials, generally the horizontal arrangement cells in vascular cambiums, we can again say they can be help in producing the phloem rays and the xylem rays, and these rays we can say arises the vascular bundles and are often cubical cells. They produce cubical parenchyma cells. These cells serve as mainly for the storage and also sideways of the transport. Ray initials division leads to the formation of the daughter cells and the parenchyma cells. Rays are common in dicot, whereas they are often more than one. Widely cells are formed there. You can see with the help of this diagram. You can just see that here you can see the fusiform initiations are over there. Means generally they can be developed like this one. But on the other hand, these the primary xylem and the primary phloem, which can be with the help of initial rays. Means these are the initial rays. And generally fusiform cells are over here, where this is the xylem, this is the phloem one, right? So they can be start to develop, and so we can say these are the ray part. So in due to the excessive growth of the xylem and phloem, these can be capable to develop over there, right? So this structure can be formed as in the ring formation over there. So you all must understand how it can be done over there. So with the help of this, you all must be develop or learn about this. As we have already talked about this wood, generally wood is a secondary element of this seed plants, and this tree trunk is composed following basic different parts of this. So generally the bark is dead tissue which is always covered to protect the trees in different weather, disease or any injuries. Phloem is always a layer comprises to living cells. It can be basic function to be transport of the around the trees, and cambium is living tissue which is very thin layer of the tree produce both new plant and so on. So due to this, the largest part of the trunk is xylem, which is composed of both sapwood and the hardwood, as I have already explained about this one. Generally if we talk about the sapwood, in the sapwood we can say it in albumum, or we can say it is the living outermost part of the woody stem, branch or root or a part where the sapwood is formed, or we can say it is the usually light in color, right? So it is out inside, means generally we can say the light color is even one, or we can say, right, means this yellowish color, this is the portion of the sapwood one. But later on if we talk about another one, That cell contains more water and lack darkly staining substances in this color. That is called the condition of the hardwood, or we can say sapwood perform two functions: adding a support of these trees and transportation of nutrition and xylem sac evenly. If we talk about the hardwood, in case of the hardwood, generally it contains a harder part in that particular conditions. Over there you must watch with the help of this, that this is the hardwood, this dark color, and this is the sapwood which is light color, right? So hardwood is that inner woody part which can be always found in stem, branch or root or other parts. The cell contains substances like the tannins, resins, as I told you in previous one. So generally this hardwood is always helpful for the supportive in nature. So students, you must try to understand this one and draw the diagrams and make your notes.